Hello, lovely people.
Oh yeah, mate.
How you doing? Nice to see you.
Yeah, I'm a bit.
You a bit knackered? A bit tired?
No, I'm just about to go.
As you speak to us. Oh, amazing. Alright, I've got some numbers, I've got some sheets for you. I wrote the intro and then I'm just going to kick it to you. Alright? Go team! How's Dad? Is he going to come back?
So it's a proper.
Hello and welcome to this afternoon's coverage of WNBL Division 1 action here as Ipswich Basketball look to continue to defend home court as they take on London Lions here at Gobbleton Sports Centre. I'm Danny Manning and joining me today, a club legend, a generous volunteer in all capacities. Most of you will know him as the gentleman in the blue wig. Rich, how you doing?
Hello there, thank you Danny, lovely to be back at Coppleston, mate. It's been a while, so fantastic first match of January at home, so really looking forward to a great match this afternoon.
Absolutely, you're not a newcomer to the mic, doing that game just before Christmas, and it's a pleasure to have you joining me today. So, let's talk a little bit about the travelling team first here as the 3-minute whistle goes. London Lions currently hold a record of 1-9 in Division 1. Their last outing saw them fall just short to the 5-5 Solent Kestrels 92-81. Okay, statistical leaders that we'll be looking at specifically today. Fatima Jenner leads both the team and the league in scoring, averaging 23.9 points per outing. And the team's statistical leading rebounder pulling down over 8 boards a game. An honourable mention who isn't here today unfortunately, but I'm sure it should be noticed, her running mate Neve Marvel averaging a team high 5 assists a game. It'll be nice to see what this team can do without that kind of playmaking they're so accustomed to. Home team Ipswich look to bounce back after a 91-83 loss to the currently second place Thames Valley Cavaliers last weekend. Ipswich currently hold a record of 5-3. This has earned them a 5th place in the standings. Statistical leaders that we'll be looking at today, Rich, from the Ipswich team. Ava Batiste is leading the team in scoring at 18.6 points per game, shooting 38.9% on 3-point attempts. I'm sure this team will need that hot shooting to get through today.
Hey, we enjoyed that last time we were on the mic at home. 11 threes, Ava. It was amazing to watch. The crowd were loving it. Can we have a repeat today, Danny?
Look, you would never put it past her. Absolutely. She gets in feeling, they get in rhythm. The defense allows her to get good shots. I'm sure she'll knock them down. Captain Cameron Taylor-Willis adding a double-double in support to Ava Batiste's hot shooting, contributing 12 rebounds to her 13.8 points per game. We're in for a really interesting matchup this afternoon, Rich, wouldn't you say?
I think we are. This team, the London Lions, one win all season, but they got within 10 points of Team Solent Kestrels last time, and in my opinion, Team Solent Kestrels are one of the form teams in the division. They're
the team to beat at the moment. They're about to have a run in the National Cup final next weekend. As we have the starting lineup out for Ipswich, we have Yasin Bellenbai, Liv Forster, Ava Batiste, Saruna Goodser and Cameron Taylor-Willis. Okay, for London Lions we see Jenner, Mashaw, Strickland, Laviner and
Fatima.
Okay, as action is about to begin here at Gobbleton Sports Centre. Ball's up. And we're off. Basketball comes down with London Lions. Strickland to Lavinier for the 3. As Ipswich look to get on from deep 3 there to start the game, Rich. Gets the lane for good. Can't get the lane to ball, but Jewel gets that.
Do you know what? Saruna had an amazing game last weekend. I think she had 19 points. I might be wrong, but probably the best game that she had all season.
21 points.
21 points. first time I think she'd hit double figures. So
Shooting over 50% from the field, incredibly efficient, and exactly what that Ipswich team needed to compete against. Thames Valley Cavaliers as she goes to the line. First one falls. She goes 2 for 2 from the line on a successful trip to start the game. Ipswich coming out in a full court press to start this game, really ramping up the energy immediately from the off. Good ball movement around the perimeter for London Lions. And Jenna can't get that one to fall as it goes out for Ipswich. Good to advancing the ball up the floor. Three, won't fall. Strickland pulls down the defensive rebound and what off. That won't go down. Rebound with Bell and Mike. Jana with the steal. Oh, and the whistle goes.
I tell you, this game today is going to be a little bit about rebounding. I think we've got some big old players out there today. And
it's obvious the size advantage that London Lions have. Oh, Forster with the steal. Layup good.
That will definitely settle their nerves, Liv, getting those first 2 points.
It will, absolutely. Forster a crucial role for the Ipswich women's team at that guard position. It's nice to get going early. The second one for Jana won't fall. Rebound down with Matisse. We're seeing Ipswich really ramp up the pressure with this full court man. Foul drawn again by Goods on the floor. So that foul is on Grace Strickland. So we see Fatima and Jenna take the return to the bench. Bringing in Walton to replace her. Tough move there by Taylor Willis, won't fall. Down by. She kicks it out to Forster. To Batiste, catch and shoot for 3. A rarity there.
It was a rarity.
Oh, Forster hustling with the offensive rebound, and unfortunately turns it over as we go London Lions the other way. Taylor Willis pulling down that defensive rebound. He did a fantastic job of stopping the fast break. These 3 won't go. Kick to the corner for 3. Walden won't get that one to fall. They pull up the offensive rebound and again. 2 threes won't go.
Really interesting at the moment. Both teams shooting a lot of threes at the moment, Danny. Or trying to anyway.
They are, yes. We've seen Ipswich get 3 3-point attempts up already. Yeah, so, you know, we've seen 7 3-points so far in this game.
Just an update on the score as we're trying to get the scoreboard sorted. 4-3 to Ipswich at the moment.
Questionable call there. Cross out of bounds. As we see 12 seconds elapsed on the shot clock there, foul has been called.
Danny, they're just talking about the ball had to cross the...
So what I think the confusion was there is that there was an 8 Ipswich side, and the fans here at Cobblestone High School believed that there was an 8-second violation. Whereas actually there was a foul called before, prior to the 8 seconds. So that was why it was London Lions ball. They just get a good offensive rebound there, one go, defensive rebound comes down with Bellenby, all out of bounds into the ball. That's good! Steal there by Goods on the fast break. Takes it home. Timeout called by London Lions. I know Ipswich will be thrilled to have forced that.
So a 9-3 lead for Ipswich there. Some great shooting just before the timeout was called there. First free of the day for Cameron Taylor-Willis.
Ipswich coming out with their energy high, into that full court press after a score, Rich. You can tell that head coach Nick Drain really wants the Ipswich team to get off to a good run, get up early.
I haven't seen that press before from Ipswich. That was quite an early press that Coach Drain's adopted there.
It's an unorthodox method to initiate the game by pulling the full court press. A tool usually, traditionally used to pull back a lead. But the head coach Nick Drain wants them to keep the intensity up, force London into some silly mistakes if they can get out early, and that was some fantastic defensive sequences there by the Ipswich team. I imagine London Lions' timeout then must have been significantly addressing what to do against this press. Won't go. 24-second violation called. That'll be Ipswich's ball on the sideline. Now London getting pressuring the ball full court. Oh, good look at my Forster. Hell of a back cut there by Captain Taylor-Willis.
That's good to hear that drum. Back at Cobblestone again. In tune, there it is.
Of course, me and Rich are thrilled that you're joining us from the stream today. The Cobblestone is right over here for this afternoon's action. Forster won't get that load up before. Rebound comes down with London Lions. Walton for three, won't go. Rebound comes down with Odom. Taylor-Willis pulls down her miss.
It's really interesting this. Seeing the Lions trying to shoot a lot of threes at the moment. They're not driving to the basket, And we've got the leading point scorer Fatima, who's notoriously a driver, Danny. And we're not seeing it at the moment, are we?
What we're seeing is Ipswich's 1-3-1 zone force a team that would like to play a drive and kick game into playing a heavily ball movement, create open looks, and unfortunately for this London Lions team, they've not been able to get the ball as of yet. And that's one thing you just cannot count out with a scorer like Janet. You know that you cannot turn off for a moment. A lapse in defensive judgment. As we see youngster under 16, Hannah Gray check into the ball game here, an offensive foul called.
I think she had a good game last week, Danny, as well. I think she hit double figures.
Yes, she did. She had 11 points. 11 points on 50% field goal, again, incredibly efficient. She's done a fantastic role at such a young age to fit into a team that is really trying to be competitive with the one. Unlucky, unfortunate turnover there by Bella Bai, leads to the fast break. Fast break stopped by Taylor Willis as they fall back into a 2-3 zone now. A 2-3 zone, another zone that encourages a lot of shooting. Won't get it to go. Rebound down with Bella Bai. Taylor Willis can't control it, and it's out of bounds with the London Lions. Stolen by Taylor Willis. And the foul is called on Oden. We will now see Shaw check into the game and Strickland check in the game for Walton and Oden. And we see Academy star Christabel Osabaru come in for Yasin Bellambai to play that second dual big role with Cameron Taylor Willis. They force the drive, Steve Osabaru for the two, and it's good! A lovely high arcing shot there for the quarter.
She'll be happy with that.
Stolen by Ipswich again! Aim the key for the two. Foul on the there.
Some good energy from Ipswich today, really good energy.
Well, that's what comes out. They're coming out. They're playing this high full court press. They're getting good looks. They're forcing good stops. Those are the kind of plays that build energy and momentum, which will just keep them riding high.
You can see the Lions. They look really sort of, I don't know what to do at the moment, do they?
They're having lots of internal discussion about how they're going to deal with this press.
So we've got a 13-3 scoreline here.
To start this game with just under 4 minutes left to play. Another Lions playing straight man in here in this first quarter. Gray crosses over. Advances the ball into the half court. Kicks to Taylor Willis on the foul cut. Taylor Willis out to Batiste for three. That won't go. Rebound comes down with foul called then on Osabaru.
Just don't seem to be moving the ball quick enough up court lines at the moment. I think that's,
There's a lot to be said about advancing the ball in transition, hitting the people ahead.
I mean, Strickland was so free then, and the ball just didn't come.
See some excellent ball movement here. Oh, Walton can't get that one to fall. Shaw can't get the tap in either. Forster and free. Taylor Willis comes down with the ball. Forster and passes. Quickly calls for the foul on Forster. There's some real Okay, as we see, academy duo Serena Gooder and Alice Fallon check into the game for Ava Batiste.
Coach Trey must be really happy, you know, being able to rotate his team this early on in the game.
Absolutely, there's a lot to be said, you know, for able to find players like Ava Batiste and Yasin Bellanbai, you know, rest here after the short. Good to check the Lions successfully able to get over the halfway line that time. That three won't go. Walton with the offensive rebound. More ball movement. Then it gets to the lane. Loses control. Comes out of bounds. Good ball. Move won't make it out to ball. Fallon comes down with the offensive rebound, misses. Jana pulls it down from the sky and she's on a fast break. Crosses it back in transition. Walton for three. That won't fall. Out of bounds. Remains with London Lions.
Danny, that free from the Lions is the first points of the game, if I remember rightly, when that girl hit that deep free.
Yep,
and Lions haven't scored since.
They're really struggling. So it's really struggling to find their way behind the arc. Oh,
there we go.
Fantastic score then.
Spoke too soon.
He's able to get one to score. Gray with the crossover, gets to the lane, spins back. Turns it over out of bounds. Cool. And a great call for the travel. Oh, Taylor Willis called for the foul here in transition.
There's a real good vibe in this gym today, you know, a real good energy vibe.
Yeah, absolutely.
That bench is really pumped at the moment.
Yeah, they're thrilled with how they are.
This press is really working, you know.
Yeah, and their zone defense is working too. London Lions struggling to shoot the ball behind the perimeter. 2 for 12 at current moment. Reach 2 for 12. Can we make it 3? You can. Lavany gets the second one.
We're going to have to stop saying things like this, Danny. Every time the free comes.
Well, we wanted to see a show, we wanted to see a ball game.
That's very true.
This team took the game to some rhythm. We see academy player Andy McKenzie checking into the game now. A young lineup for head coach Nick Drain. The oldest player out there being Alice Fallon, who is 18 years of age. Just speaks to the example and the role models that those older girls on this team are. This tone setting example, allowing the younger girls to check into the game and do a job.
So this team out here at the moment, Danny, is probably going to be quite similar to what we'll be seeing next Saturday at Manchester in the Under-18s National Cup final.
Well, we are. We're lucky to fortunate enough to see some key contributors that will be playing in that game, playing this game this afternoon. Gray's unsuccessful in the line. that won't go. Rebound down with Morrow. And that's the end of the first quarter here at Cobbleston High School, as Ipswich have a commanding 16-9 lead. As we return to play here at Cobbleston Sports Centre for the second quarter of action in this WNBL Division 1 game match-up between Ipswich Basketball Club and London Lions. 16-9 lead for the home team as we approach the second quarter. We're joined in the booth by Serena Goods, who's ready to take the ball out of bounds to begin this quarter. Both teams sticking with the same lineup. Another questionable call here by the referees at Cobbleston Sports Centre, as Serena Goods has called for the 5-second violation after the ball leaves her hands on the inbound. Down into the lane, won't go, blocked by McKenzie, rebound down with Bossabaru. Playing with the ball as she advances out the court to Goodser. Goodser is downhill to the left. Gets the basket to go and one.
It's a classic example there. You know, the league's leading goal shooter, point scorer, Fatima couldn't get to that basket, Danny. Then could she?
She's attacking a well-oiled zone-based defense, which means there's not many gaps besides the seam that she can attack, and Bruno can get that one to fall. Foul on the floor there, called on Serena Goods. Out of bounds with the London Lions. Gets it inside, Jenna goes up, gets the basket to fall. There's that scoring pedigree that we were speaking about earlier, Rich. Able to get the ball down low, get to a spot. He's always going to convert that. Goods across the over to McKenzie. McKenzie gets it forward. We'll be looking to see that duo link up over the next couple of weeks. Ipswich still in there, back into their 2-3 defence now. Still forcing London Lions to shoot threes. Kicks it out to Walton. Walton can't get the mid-range to fall. Rebound down with Jana. Jana kicks it out to Shaw. Up floor! And a foul called down on McKenzie. As we see Yasin Bellenby now checking and forced to returning to play for Hannah Gray. That one falls. Subs both side. As we see Taylor Willis return. Taylor Willis return for Oshimara. Grace Strickland now up. Through to the lane. Spins, can't get it to go. That spin move footwork called for a travel there. To Strickland. Strickland over the top of the screen. From the mid-range, that one banks off the glass. Forster downhill, gets to the lane, with the left won't go. Taylor Willis with the offensive rebound. Fallon for three, that won't go. Out of bounds. That won't go, he has to play the five with the rebound. Taylor Willis passes the ball downhill. Double dribble called down on Fallon. Alice Fallon checks out the game now. Aidan Batiste comes back in. Janet gets that one to fall.
All of a sudden we're back down to a 3-point ball game, Danny.
Yeah, 2017 here in the second quarter. It's just started off slow. We welcome Aidan Batiste to the party as he gets that one to fall.
Loving to see that. I think that's 1 out of 5 for Aidan.
First game for her today. And Taylor Willis comes up with the steal. Back to 3, Aidan Batiste. Oh, won't go. Janet down the rebound. That's her first field goal of the day, Rich. Not just first one from the three, but it's the first one from the field. Hopefully she can use that to get going. That won't hit anything. Taylor Willis pulls down the rebound. Bellenby advances the ball. It's good for the ball. Good for now in the half court. Taylor Willis. Forster for three. Won't go. Bellenby with the rebound. Tough post move, and that will go with the left hand.
loads and loads of good energy from Ipswich here today.
Yes, despite starting the quarter slow, they've strung a couple of good defensive sequences together, connected well on the offensive end and got into rhythm. Jenna waves through the lane there for that catch, won't get a go. Oh, turnover there in the backcourt. Down here, head fake, gets to the lane. Tough finish, won't go. Taylor Willis with the rebound. Taylor Willis with the rebound, feels like a sequence of words I've been saying a lot. Turnover there in the half court, foul called.
This even feels like that tough loss from Ipswich last weekend in overtime, which was heartbreaking. You know, when they were winning by sort of 2 points with 5 seconds to go in normal time. However heartbreaking that loss was, Danny, I think that's what it's done.
Yeah, a true overtime thriller has sent Ipswich back to the drawing board. They've had hours this week together to regroup, go again, and they've come out firing.
As if like they couldn't wait to get back on court again.
Over 5 minutes of action here still in the second quarter. Ipswich take to the floor with Serena Gutta, Liv Forster, Ava Batiste, Yassin Bellenbai and Cameron Taylor Willis. White check into the ball game. Ava Batiste for 3, won't fall. Strickland with the defensive rebound. Calls for a 3-second violation. For 3. Huge defensive play there by Liv Forster. Foul called on Arizona. That's her third foul. We'll see Liddamore check back into the game. Taylor Willis can't get that one to go. transition. Having there for another three there. He's 3 for 6 now from behind the arc. Woods won't get that one to fall. Kicks out to Taylor Willis. Taylor Willis is with wing. Over Batiste for 3. Won't fall again. Smith White pulls down the defensive rebound. Taylor Willis gets that defensive board. Oh, tough finish there for Forster, one go. This Ipswich team really making their bones on defence today, Rich. Everything we're seeing, it will be adjustments they're forcing the Lions into making are coming out of that full court press, out of that defensive zone scheme. You know, they're keeping Lions on their toes with their defensive energy in this second. Right, down low to Taylor Willis. Taylor Willis to the butt. Tough finish. Won't go. Rebound down with the Lions.
I think I even like that one. And it's really interesting, Danny, because Ipswich playing so well defensively, playing so well, but we've only got a 4-point ball game here.
We're seeing, you know, these players who thrive in scoring. They're struggling to find the basket, so they're really locking in on defence. They keep their energy up on defence, and that defence, that pressure is creating good looks in transition. You know, which if they're struggling to create in the half court, will only be a plus for the Ipswich side.
Do you think as a coach sometimes you just got to not look at the score and just be pleased about how the team's playing?
There's a lot to assess in terms of how you're doing out in the field. There's a lot to be said about in tight games like this, and environment you play out with the double off from Forster. There's a lot to be said for. Oh, another steal for Forster, one go. Batiste with the rebound. Top finish goes to the top.
And as quick as that, we've got an 8-point ball game.
Well, that's what I was about to say, Rich. You know, keeping the defense high, energy high, not slacking on defense because you're struggling on offense, creates these kind of fast break looks. There, good stuff with a massive and one.
Huge 45 seconds for Ipswich there.
That's what you need. You're struggling to find the basket. Good defense, fantastic rebounding by Taylor Willis, leading to the outlet pass. Timeout called by the Lions. as we return to the line time out. The score here at Cobblestone High School is 32-22. Huge shout out to Goods are at the line, hoping to convert that 3-point play.
This Ipswich team today, Danny, they seem relaxed, they seem happy, they seem together. You know, that tough loss last week, I know I keep going on about it, has really, you know, connected this team, I think, in a way. They wanted to go out and put things right.
What we see constantly out of this side and out of head coach Nick Drain's teams in general is a certain level of resilience and a certain level of never getting too beaten down or in a corner or in your feels about a certain loss. They went to a tough place. They went to a second-seeded Thames Valley Cavaliers, and they fought and they sent the team to overtime. And instead of getting back down or upset about it, they've come out, they've regrouped, and they're putting on a defensive masterclass. Can't hit anything there as the ball.
She can't, but she's smiling, Danny, which is okay.
Always smiling. Yeah. She knows she's about to have an awesome defensive 30 seconds now and move on again onto the next shot. Strickland for three, won't fall. Rebound down with Taylor Willis. Again with another huge outlet pass. Gooder, who was again the beneficiary of what a fantastic full court pass. Oh, as if Ipswich caused another turnover against that.
It's Saruna once again, Danny, she's following up that decent game she had last week. She's already in double figures now, I think, already. She's really found some form.
Goods with 9 points in her 15 minutes of action. Shooting 3 for 6 in the field. Taylor Willis for 3. One full. As you see, Goods will take to the floor here. 3 for Lavenir. Green Goods are out.
That's a real loss there. I was just praising her so much, Danny, there, and I'm not sure what happened. Did you see anything?
I think she's gone down with a dead leg or a connection to the. So I think she got bashed on her side there and that taking that defensive play.
Hopefully the magic water will work.
Taylor with his tough shot won't go here to close the first half of basketball. The score is 35-25 going into the break. Okay, don't go too far, we'll join you again after half time. Okay, welcome back to the second half of action here at Compton High School as International Club take on London Lions in WNBA Division 1. At the break, the high scorer for Ipswich side is Serena Gooder with 11 points, shooting 57% from the field. All of her points coming from inside the three-point arc. London Lions are being carried now by Nicole Lavenaire, who has 17 points. 17 points, 4 rebounds, 3 of those are defensive.
Good.
She's shooting 18. She's shooting 55% from the field, 5 of 8 from behind the arc. I'm Danny Manning. Joining me in the booth is Rich Liddamore. Rich, fantastic first half of basketball here at Copperston. I'm excited for what's in store for the second half. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Coach Jane will be very, very happy with that display. You know, he'd have taken a 10-point, margin at half time, most definitely. And he's most pleased, I'd imagine, with that defensive display. We've spoke about it quite a lot, and I think the team look happy, the team look relaxed, they're smiling. Just wondering what that response we're going to get from Lions.
Yeah, this Ipswich team really looking to thrive on defence in that first half. Full court pressing almost the entire 20 minutes of action. It'll be interesting to see what schemes and what they come up with here in the second half as London Lions take the ball out of bounds. And we're off. Tough finish there by Ava Batiste for 3, and it's good! Her second of the ball game. Struggling behind the arc in the second quarter. First play out of the break. She comes down and knocks that down. Jana gets the tough finish inside the goal. Taylor Willis for 3. Won't go. Rebound. Oh, possession sticks with London Lions. Batiste on the fast break. Gooder crosses over, spin moves to the lane. Pass fakes, won't go. Taylor Willis with the putback chance. Unsuccessful and found the Jenna brings down the defensive rebound. Batiste for 3, and it's good!
That magic water at half time has certainly done the trick for Ava. 2 threes in a row. That's what we're used to in it, Danny.
Absolutely, this hot shooting.
I think we're up to 4 for her.
Taylor Willis takes a hard knock to the ground there. Cause has not been confirmed. Luckily we see her still out there for the defense. Get down control, rebound down late in the team. Liv Forster won't go, rebound down with Strickland. Forces the jump ball. Our possession. Ipswich's possession now.
Really good support here again, Danny. You know, the bleachers are really full today.
Thompson's back here, yeah, absolutely. Okay, as you see, Goodson takes the ball, screened by Taylor Willis. Can't hit on the dive. Taylor Willis on the baseline, gets to a spot, tough finish line goal. A lot of contact there that went on, not called. As you see, Scarlett on the fast break. And she's able to draw a foul.
She was, but she still struggled to get to that basket, Danny, didn't she?
Look, I thought, you know, with Barney's bridge, but I thought Serena Goodson did a fantastic job there of maintaining good defensive positioning. It's unfortunate that she was called for the foul. She just at a brief moment switching off. As Fat Mageno goes for the line. Guess that one to go. Personal foul. That's really unfortunate for the London Lions side.
Ipswich have done a fantastic job. You know, Coach Jane has certainly done his homework. He's probably said to his team, if we stop the leading point scorer in the division, we get her fouled out, we're going to win the game.
Absolutely. What they've done is they've managed to force her into only being available for 13 minutes of the action so far. You know, she still managed to get 8 points. You know, she's still just below 40% from the field. What they've done is they've been able to keep her below her averages and keep her off the floor, which will be really positive.
I don't think we're going to see her until the fourth quarter. I think she'll be sitting down now.
She's far too important to this London Lions team to not have her out there in clutch time. It's only an 11-point lead at the moment, unless I believe they feel that it's out of control. Okay, you keep her available to play when it matters. Oh, steal on the inbound there by the ball. Goods a tough finish won't fall. Ball comes up with Ava Batiste downhill. Tough finish won't go, rebound came down. Can't get that to go, that'll be 5 to 9 minutes for the play. Some steady ball. Strickland comes up with the basketball.
I tell you, the one thing, Danny, I think the London Lions coach will be pleased about is they seem to be matching Ipswich's energy at the moment.
They are not backing down.
So 41-33 ball game here in Ipswich's favour. Soon at the line.
6 from behind the throw line. As she takes to the bench, and 16-year-old Hannah Gray checks into the ball. Yasin Bellabay comes up with the basketball there. Batiste from the wing for 3, won't go. Steal by Hannah Gray. Foul call there. That was called on number 24, Eve Odom. Guard doing a fantastic job of cracking the glass. Unfortunately, she turns the ball there off her foot, and it's the Lions' possession.
You seen anything different the Lions have done this half, Danny?
They're far more aggressive in transition. They're hitting her. What we're seeing now is we're seeing how they back into the zone. They're playing the play around the high post, looking to set a screen to send the ball handler towards the basket. Miscommunication error there by marking as they go out for a 24-second violation.
So Christabel checks in now.
Five on the floor for it is Hannah Gray, Liv Forster, Ava Batiste, Cameron Taylor-Willis, and Christabel off the bar. Gray down the floor to Batiste for 3, and it's good! Hot shooting here for Batiste in the second half of action.
Great basket from Ava there, but Hannah Gray done a lot of the dirty work there.
Fantastic look there in transition. Odom gets a tough 2-point finish inside to go. Forster unfortunately drops that pass out of bounds. Taylor-Willis with the defensive
Interesting to see how many rebounds Cameron's got today. I'd imagine it's got to be double figures already. I said at the start of the game it would be about rebounding, and I think she's come up close. Great basket there from Christabel.
Cameron Taylor and Yasin Bellabay have 11 rebounds apiece here in the third quarter. Big shot there, 47-38 here at Copperson High School. In the 3 for Ava Batiste in the corner. Won't go, gets her own rebound, attacks the lane, draws a whole lot of contact on the foul. 2 minutes and 37 seconds here to play in the third quarter.
I think Coach Trainer will be pleased, Danny. You know, okay, we haven't stretched the lead out, but maintaining that 10, 11 point lead is the most important thing in it.
If the emphasis the head coach is looking at is on the defensive end of the floor, it's going to be really hard to pick Nicks in what is done on the defensive end of the floor. But in terms of offense, it comes down to a matter of converting looks that they would normally be able to convert in their sleep. Oh, Gray finds up Christopher Sabaro. Hell of a pass there by Hannah Gray.
One of the best plays of the day there, Danny.
Oh, followed by the foul.
Hannah Gray she's done really well since she's come on. She's done really well.
Hell of a find there.
No wonder she's smiling. What, we got 5 threes, Danny? Five threes, 17 points. Have I got it wrong?
4 threes here, 18 points. I admire your judging and your guessing game. Oh, Gooder with a big steal and another massive outwork. 53-38 here at Cobblestone High School. Can't get that one to go. Does she get her own rebound? She was not. Jason with line. Johnson on the break. Oh, Locke can't get a lucky bounce. Rebound comes down to Taylor Willis. Taylor Willis in front to Christopher Sabaro. She clears the floor. She hits the trailing Serena Goodser. Serena Goodser to Taylor Willis. Downhill. Gets. Oh, can't convert the open layup, unfortunately. A really heavy transition game here the last couple of possessions. It's up and down, up and down, up and down. Nobody's ever getting in the game.
Really enjoy it, really enjoy it.
The London Lions team like that. They won't want it to feel comfortable or get into rhythm, especially when chasing the lead. If they can, the rebound comes down with Gray there, to Lavin on this. Taylor Willis to Matisse. Pass is jumped in front of by Strickland. Ipswich regain possession. Taylor Willis for 3. Won't go. Rebound down with Sabaro to Gray. Oh, Gray turns the ball over to Janai Machine. John Walton, you can't get that to Can't get the M1, but doesn't draw the contact. Serena Goodser will go to the line for 2. As we see Chanel Michaels check into the game now for Ava Matisse.
It's the last thing you want, Danny, when you're tired anyway. Someone like Chanel comes on. It's pretty quick.
Ferocious on defense, even in her short sprint against Thames Valley Cavaliers. Her defensive performance was fantastic. She was incredibly efficient, as we see her now head up the front of its zone. Active hand, active feed. Look at that. Strickland can't get it to go. Surely won't get that one to go either. She gets her own rebound. Back out to Walton. Walton inside to Smith-White. Smith-White down. Shot by Taylor Willis. Line possession off the baseline.
Well, we said Fatman would sit for the whole of this quarter, and it's proven to be, a decisive factor here as well, I think. We're talking about a 17-point.
There's a big lack of scoring in the half court. But what I'd be thinking if I was the head coach of London Lions right now is I'd be thinking I was forced to play 9.5 minutes without the league leading scorer, not just our team leading scorer, the league leading scorer. We've managed to control the bleeding and we're down by 17. Can we come out now and what do we need to do in order to chase back this 17-point lead in terms of can we get out on the fast break, quick offences, can we create good looks early in the shot clock? And I wouldn't count this London Lions team out. They've demonstrated that they've got the ability to rebound, and they've got shooters like Liddamore and Strickland. There's no head coach Nick Drain is anything far from comfortable right now.
No, I think he had a reasonable lead last weekend, didn't we? 8 or 9 points in going into the last 5 minutes, and unfortunately, it got turned over in overtime. But I don't know, Danny. I just think this Ipswich team looked well drilled today. They looked full of energy. And I just think they're going to see it out.
Their execution has been on point, and there will be a lot of emphasis on closing out games after their recent performance with Thames Valley. And they know where their heads are at. They know how important this win could be to their season and their playoff hopes and aspiration. And I'd be, I'm sure they're just as fired up to close this game out as they are anyway.
We've got Alice Fallon back in the game.
Yes, absolutely. So the five on the floor for the Ipswich team now is Captain Taylor Willis, Michaels, Alice Fallon, Serena Goodser and Christabel Osavaro.
Has to be a solid headband.
Some inside information there.
Well, yes, we're learning as well. As Chanel Michaels gets told to take off her very cool headband over at the booth.
Can you just give her this white line? She can't go back. Thank you. Here we go.
Is that foul going to be on? Oh! Massive play there. Rishi Pham and Janet exit the game with a 5th personal foul.
Very happy bench over there from Ipswich. A lot of smiles, that last call.
That's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate for this London Lions team. She, a true scorer able to create her own shot. That's going to be a real loss to this London Lions team as they try and close out another stretch. Serena Goodser gets to the lane, dump off pass to Christabel Osavaro, can't get it to go, rebound downwind, Walton. Oh, another foul called down on Christabel Osavaro. That will be her 3rd personal foul. timeout for the Lions.
19-point gap. What's he going to say, this London Lions coach? What can he say, Danny?
We wouldn't be surprised now if we see this London Lions team go into some kind of press or trap-based defensive scheme in order to try and force Ipswich into turnovers that can lead to fast break or quick possession, fast break offences. And I imagine they'll be looking at trying to cut this lead down by shooting threes, Rich. So if they can, trap-based, maybe a full court press scheme on defence, looking to get shooters like Liddamore or Strickland open to see if they can try and cut this lead down possession by possession.
I think we're going to find if those threes don't drop, we're going to see an extension of Ipswich's lead, aren't we?
Well, we're seeing Liddamore shoot 54% from the three. Besides that, Fatima Jonas exit the game. She was shooting 33%. Rochelle Walton is at 14%. So other than that, I'll be really interested to see where they go now to try and cut this lead down on the offensive end of the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, Goods couldn't connect with Taylor Willis in the back door cut there. Advances the ball down the floor. Can't get that layup to fall, but gets a home rebound. Avenue of three. Big three there. Exactly what we spoke about, Rich. That was a good, quick offense there.
Yep.
And then they've gone straight into a full court press. They've forced the turnover. Strickland couldn't get the layup to fall, but you're clearly able to see. You're able to see what London Lions are doing now. They've come out, they're pressing the ball, they're hunting threes. They're looking.
Yo! Come on, shoot!
Can't get that one to fall. We're in a peculiar situation here now, Rich.
It's just what you said, though. You said the Lions would have to come out and shoot some threes. They've hit one, missed another one. Interesting to see how the ball game's going to go.
Good to advance the ball down the floor. What I wouldn't be surprised if we started to see now, if we started to see the Ipswich side take longer offences, more play-based offences to try and kill some of this clock, take away any opportunity or time the Lions team have, to close this gap. Three across the wing to Fallon. Fallon goes downhill. Can't get the left to lead to full. Possession with Lions. Strickland advances the ball up the court. Strickland won't shoot it, gets to the lane, pulls up to the mid-range, turns it over, Goods with the steal. Taylor Willis again with another diamond transition. Chanel Michaels, tough finish, won't go. Out of bounds, and that will be Lions possession. As we see Yassin Bellambai check in now to the game for Christopher. Nathaniel for three again. That was another one. That the London Lions could have connected on that. Oh, good. There's a hell of a dump off pass by Chanel Michaels as she goes. Finish won't go out. Ipswich.
Coach Jane will be pleased though. A 19-point lead still, you know. They've done well at the start of this quarter.
Oh, Taylor Willis pulls up in the mid-range, won't go. Rebound, possession stays with Ipswich. Yasin Belabai inside with a post move. Fading, pulls up on a contact, can't get the finish to go. And she'll go to the line for 2. As Ava Batiste checks back into the game now, pushing in the good stuff. Gets that one to the ball. Successful trip to the line there for Belabai, going 2-2
20-point ball game. I tell you, a good performance today.
Oh, Liddamore fouled on 3. That's what this Ipswich team's got to stick away from.
That's true.
Don't give this Lions team any opportunity to get anything else out of it on offense.
I think Yasin's played really well today. Rebounded well. We know that she's in double figures for rebound. She scored okay.
Yeah, but, you know, a 14 rebound night for Yasin Belabai is not uncommon, but it's been really needed this game this afternoon. Can't get that one to go.
Doesn't seem like she's enjoying that, Danny. That shooting there.
What we've seen from Liddamore this afternoon is a hot hand from behind the yard. Maybe she's not feeling it as much from the free throw line, but she managed just to get that second one to fall. Oh, Chanel Michaels down the lane, can't get that one to go. Oh, but draws a lot of contact there on the foul call. Fantastic shoot.
She shot well, actually, to be fair. Certainly from the 3-point line.
Incredibly well, above 50% from the 3 at the moment.
It's been one of the big...
7 to 13, that's fantastic shooting. It's such high numbers as well.
Do you know what? I've forgotten about that. It's a fantastic stat, and she's been the highlight of that team.
She's really kept she's really kept them competitive and alive during this, what have been some tough stretches of basketball for the Lions roster.
So 61-45. What's Coach Drain going to say? About 6 minutes to go. 5 minutes.
6 minutes of action here. It's got to be all about defensive, how to guard the perimeter, how to deny 3-point opportunities without fouling, and then again, defensive rebounding. You know, can we keep London Lions off the glass? Can they limit their second chance opportunities enough force it into a possession by possession ball game and deny London Lions the opportunity or the possessions they need in order to close this 16-point gap.
Always hard to keep those energy levels up for 40 minutes, Danny, and I think it'll be really interesting to see in the last 5 minutes with Ipswich, 5 to 6 minutes with those fantastic energy levels they've had throughout the game can be maintained.
Well, what Coach Strange has done is he's able to rotate the bench throughout the game at the correct times, and he's kept guys fresh-legged and bushy-tailed, which meant that we haven't felt fatigue. Nobody's been out there running around when they haven't had to, and that'll be good. It'll be a good, Five out here for the Ipswich side is Alice Fallon, Chanel Michaels, Ava Batiste, Cameron Taylor-Willis, and Yasin El-Anbai. Taylor-Willis gets that free throw to fall. Successful trip for Taylor-Willis there, 2-2 for the charity stripe. Strickland for three, won't go.
The London Lions coach very keen for them to shoot the ball with threes, Danny, as you said.
Will all be about getting a good look as quick as they can in the offense, and that was a fantastic look there for a fantastic shooter. Unfortunately, they weren't able to connect. The defensive play there. Possession of the game remain with London Lions. Can't get that one to go. Rebound round with Batiste. Yasin with the rebound. Can't get the right-handed foot back to fall. Jay Walton and Yasin El-Anbai goes to the jump ball. Possession will remain with Ipswich.
Busy bench there today. They've had to call a lot of fouls, haven't they?
Yeah. Both teams going bench deep here. And
it seems a stop-start game at the moment. It hasn't been that free-flowing quarter like we've had before, is it?
Well, that works to both teams' advantages. For London Lions, they don't ever want Ipswich to get comfortable. They've managed to keep, stop players like Ava Batiste or forced to getting in rhythm shooting from behind the perimeter. What they've also not done themselves is found a rhythm or an offensive structure that works for them.
You know what? Captain Cam as I call her, just goes about her business so steady, and it wouldn't surprise me if we're talking about 14, 15 rebounds and probably into double figures of points already.
Yeah, she's absolutely vital to what this team looks and tries to do. Captain Cameron Taylor-Willis with 10 points.
Yeah.
14. 3 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals.
And there you go. Lined up again with a 3-pointer. So just goes about her business. just so fundamental for this team. So important.
Huge at the defensive end of the floor is the anchor. As we see Academy guard Abby York checking into the game now for Chanel Michael.
Hey, welcome Abby.
Matisse advances the ball up the floor. Pick and roll with Taylor Willis. Taylor Willis attacking downhill with her left hand. Out of bounds, but possession will remain with Ipswich. Can't get that one to fall. That's her first miss from the free throw line this afternoon. Yasin Bowman in 23 minutes of action, 6 points. Most importantly, 14 rebounds. And that one falls. Oh! Can't just quite grab the steal there by Matisse with another defensive threat. Abby York in the corner for three, won't go, rebound down with Strickland. Strickland in transition. Minutes and 45 seconds of action here left in this ball game.
So there we go, a 19-point ball game, Danny. You say just over 3 minutes to play. Coach Drain very, very happy with this.
He must feel, yeah, he must finally be feeling confident now. There's a lot to still take from this afternoon's performance.
This Ipswich team, Danny, can it do something this year? Can it go far in the playoffs? Because you know they've played so well against the top sides and only just fallen short against Kohler, fallen short against Anglia and Ruskin, and last week. But we're talking about a very few points. We're not talking about big margins.
Well, what we've seen in this league, Rich, this year is that actually teams like London Lions, who are currently at a record of 1-9, are still competing against, you know, mid-table Solent Kestrels and Ipswich, because it just speaks to the level of competition and the competitiveness and the talent that is in this WNBL Division 1. There's never an easy game out,
No.
and that's why I think head coach Nick Drain will be well chuffed with their performance this afternoon. There's lots to take from both games as both ends of the floor, as there always is in every game. But actually, every time you step on the floor in this league, it's real competition, it's a real scrap, it's a real fight.
Yeah, I
They've done
agree
a
with you.
fantastic job of coming out this.
I agree with you.
The top side of it this afternoon.
You feel like you could win or lose, don't you?
What you know is that this team has demonstrated time and time again that they have the talent needed.
Yeah.
Okay, but other teams have the talent that's needed to win in this league as well, and it will just be about who rocks up and who plays their hardest, who reaches their optimal potential on the day. When it matters, Rich, when it matters, as always. Alice Fallon with a dump-off pass to Bellenby. Bellenby can't get that one to fall, gets her own rebound, gets the second chance, can't get that to go. Lions gain possession. Forcing almost another turnover there. He gets that to fall from behind the arc. Fallon, as she drives to the lane, up with Bellenby. Gets to go. Again, it's taken the ball game if he's finally got into rhythm. Bellenby with the dump on to Taylor Willis. Taylor Willis for the cutting Fallon. Fallon for two. Fantastic ball movement there by the Ipswich team.
Finally starting to see baskets come now, aren't we?
Brickman for three. Can't connect on that third one. Taylor Willis in transition to Fallon. Fallon with the quarterback pass. Fallon. So both sides.
Great little spell there from Ipswich, maintaining their healthy lead of 19 points now.
Again, fantastic effort there by Taylor Willis and Fallon on that kind of quarterback pass. As you see Alice Fallon take to the bench, Chanel Michaels check into the ball game. For London Lions, we see Leah Page, and Maisie Crowley check into the ball game.
Couldn't really call this playoff. I think we might be able to call the league champions in Cola, but I wouldn't call this playoff champions at all at the moment, Danny.
You know, when the powerhouse in the capital was running off to what I believe is still an undefeated run there, they're all automatically favourites. But there's enough hungry talent out there, there's enough well-oiled programs that know how to win in the biggest moment. And you can't count anybody out.
No.
Until that final whistle goes, you can't count anybody out.
I mean, I think Cola have been taken to overtime at least twice this season. They got beaten by Stockport Lapwings, I think, in the cup, didn't they? So I think,
yeah,
this is good. This is a really exciting season. So, are we allowed to talk about Danny, player of the day or MVP? Are we allowed to talk about that?
What I'd say is, Ipswich intensity on defence has just been fantastic, and that anchored by captain Taylor Willis has been absolutely vital to what they've achieved this afternoon. And she's been running around out there for the full 40 minutes. So
I wouldn't disagree with that,
That's the red Mike Wiley having a fantastic night. That'll be a double-double for her now. 10 points, 15 rebounds for Yasin Bellenby, a hell of a night. Oh, Batiste can't get that one to fall. Strickland with the rebound. Downhill in transition. Pulls up for the mid-range, head fake to Walton. Walton in the corner for three. Won't go. Leia will get that 2 points to full. Oh, Abby York won't get that transition bucket to go.
Maybe she heard about the MVP that we spoke about, Danny. Yeah, she's really playing well today as well.
Awesome to watch, awesome to watch. Oh, it's Captain Cameron Taylor with his takes to the bench now for a well-deserved rest, and we see Anya McKenzie check into the ball game.
$78.60.
Ava Matisse with the pull-up three, won't go. McKenzie with the rebound. Unfortunate turnover there. Gets the layup to fall. Lead down to 16. Anya in transition, managed just to keep the ball alive. Steps out of bounds.
I think she thought about going for the three there, Daddy. Played well actually then, to hold on to the ball.
Oh, another steal by Matisse on the fast break with the left hand finish, that's good. That will be the ball game here in Hawkinson High School. Ipswich women remain unbeaten at home as they take a win 80-62 against Barking Abbey London Lions. Thank you for joining us this afternoon on the WNBL Division 1 coverage. Okay, I've been Danny Manning, I've been joined by Rich Liddamore. Thank you for spending your afternoon with us.
Thank you very much indeed. Thoroughly enjoyed it and a great win for Ipswich.
Good win, wasn't it?
Done really well. Open on.